Hello and welcome to my highly professional science virtual lecture. Today I'll be teaching you about the periodic table of elements. I thought to myself, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it my way.
When you got a job to do, you gotta do it well.
Anyway, starting off, the scientists before 1869 had a problem. They had no way of organizing the elements that they had found, and so they kept searching for a way to organize them. In 1869, however, Dmitri Mendeleev found a way to organize these elements for his class. He was a teacher and was trying to make a textbook, but he had no way of organizing them for his students. He made it so that the atomic number increases from the left to the right. The way the atomic numbers were organized was also carefully thought out so that there would be room for elements that had not yet been discovered. There are 8 elements in a row. That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
These rows are called columns. The word period refers to the interval between repetitions. Now, the chemical symbol comes from 1 or 2 letters that come from the element's name. For example, hydrogen is H and chlorine is Cl. Well, wait, what about iron? It's Fe. Well, the Latin name for iron is Ferrum, spelled Ferrum. The same goes for gold, which is seen as Au. The Latin word for gold is Aurum, Aurum. There are 3 classes of elements. That's 1, 2, 3. From left to right is metals, metalloids, and nonmetals. The far left is metals, which is the largest group. The middle is metalloids, which is the second largest group. All the way on the right is nonmetals, which is the smallest group because it only contains 7 elements. The modern periodic table of elements has 18 groups. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just forget about it. These groups are also called families because the elements inside of them are very similar but not identical. A good example of this is group 18. All of the elements inside of group 18 are colorless and odorless gases. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Metals are known to be shiny, reflect light, malleable, ductile, and have relatively high melting points. Metals are typically solids at room temperature. Nonmetals do not conduct electricity, and their properties are basically the opposite of metals. They have low melting points, and the majority are gases at room temperature. Nonmetals are often used as insulation because of their poor ability to conduct heat. Like I said, there are only 7 metalloids on the periodic table of elements. The 7 metalloids are boron, silicon, arsenic, germanium, antimony, tellurium, and polonium. These metalloids land somewhere between metals and nonmetals. What this means is that they have properties of both metals and nonmetals. Just like metals, they can conduct electricity. However, they can only conduct it at certain temperatures. At any other temperature, they cannot conduct electricity, just like a nonmetal. This concludes my highly professional virtual lesson on Dmitri Mendeleev's periodic table of elements.
Goodbye and thank you.